Today we got is Caitlin Clark being targeted. The real reason why Sophie Cunningham had to retaliate. Now, if you watch my previous video about Caitlin Clark, I have reacted to her hitting 7 threes, and then I reacted to another video of her getting into a fight. And in the video, the fight video, I had said none of her teammates was standing up for her. I feel like she was getting jumped and she was getting bullied. And I almost feel like it was on some jealous shit. Now, I did say in the video that one of her teammates was standing up for her. Now, I don't know if that's Sophie Cunningham or not, because I am new to watching the WNBA. I told you guys I want to start watching the WNBA this year. I'm about to start reacting to the full game highlights. You know what I mean? And I'm about to start watching the Indiana Fever. So it's like, I think that's the name, Indiana Fever, that Caitlin Clark play on. But I'm about to start watching them. And it really was pissing me off because I was explaining how, hey, like, y'all got to appreciate what she brings to y'all league. You know what I mean? Because she's bringing me to watch the WNBA, which I never had before. Meaning that she's bringing a whole new, brand new audience, paving the way for you guys. I'm not talking about y'all who watch the video. I'm talking about the people she played with and play against. She's paving the way so y'all can make more. You see this? Money. Y'all gonna make way more money with her in the game. Cause y'all gonna start getting way more. Y'all gonna get looked at more. You know what I mean? If you're new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe, man. We're finna get straight into it. I'm not gonna talk too much, y'all.
So this was supposed to be a fun video about Caitlin Clark coming back from an injury, playing really well against the Liberty and the Sun, and how she's not just a deep shooter. She's the rare type of player who doesn't just create shots for her teammates, she creates layups for them. But nope, we had 2 skirmishes in this game, so let's pull this whole thing apart and figure out how it all happened.
Okay.
JC Sheldon chasing.
I'm assuming that's Sophie. So the girl, let me go back, y'all. So after she make this 3.
She's not just a deep shooter. She's the rare type of player who doesn't just create shots for her teammates, she creates layups for them. But nope, we had...
Okay, this the girl I was talking about. So is that Sophie Cunningham? Because this the girl I was talking about was the only girl standing up for her. Like, nobody else is really standing up for her, bro. She's standing on biz with the 2 girls right here. They all trying to jump her and shit. Like, why is y'all hating on her? I really don't understand that shit, bro. She bringing so much love and support to y'all league, and y'all hating on her. Like I said, I told y'all before in the last video, we will gladly accept her. We will make a gracious trade request. Y'all can have Gabe Vincent, you know, and let us take Caitlin Clark. She can join the Los Angeles Lakers. She will be aside one of the 2 greatest passers of all time. She go get it. She gonna get her shots. But if y'all ain't taking care of her, bro, we luckily have her. You know what I mean? So
2 skirmishes in this game. So let's pull this whole thing apart and
I think that's Sophie Cunningham. Yep, that's her. Okay.
We've got JC Sheldon chasing Clark down the court, and she's gonna grab at the left shoulder and yank it a little, then wrap her up around the waist as Clark untangles herself. The left shoulder comes back later when she makes sure to show the welt she's got to the ref, who doesn't seem to care too much. Sheldon pressed up practically the whole game, trying to hand check to slow Clark down. She's forced to spin around on the behind the back dribble, which isn't a great look defensively, and then continues to impede the progress with a little hand check that Clark swipes off. JC doesn't agree with the ref, and Caitlin looks like she's enjoying this little back and forth so far. A little later, more full court press, so Clark sizes her up with a glance, then stops in her tracks, maybe even a little lean back for a pretty big collision. But the refs let
drew that foul,
and it's probably a mistake.
Oh, they ain't calling no foul on that.
In the ensuing possession, JC is staying in front, moving her feet, and Caitlin gets that chicken wing and gives her a little jab to get free. Clark is upset the refs are letting a lot go, so is Sheldon, who says that to Clark, and she replies, "No, you can't do that."
Caitlin Clark, she do a good job. If you play basketball, you know what I'm talking about. She uses her off arm. So when she has her live dribble, she uses her off arm to swipe the defender from hand checking. She do a good job at that. Now, do I think she needs to do it more on defenders like this? Yes. But I also believe that every defender doesn't have to be a Patrick Beverly when they guarding Caitlin Clark. You guys all don't have to be a Patrick Bev every time y'all guard Caitlin Clark. You know what I mean? Like, why do y'all like get some animosity when y'all guard her? I know y'all want to guard the best, but I mean, damn, y'all ain't got to beat her ass. This girl down there beating her ass. You know, she's sliding her feet playing some defense. I get it. But you can't be hand checking the whole way down the court. Now, I've never watched a live game, so I don't know how they be playing Caitlin Clark. I hear they be double teaming her. You know, I also hear, like, not even here, I just seen right there that they literally be like pressing full court on her. So, I mean, Caitlin Clark, you got a lot to deal with, bro. A lot. If you played with us though on the Lakers, You know what I mean? You wouldn't have to bring the ball to court. We can have Brian, we can have Luka bring it up. All you got to do is shoot, do your thing. You can play make steal if you like. You don't have to though, you know. Jeannie Buss just sold the Lakers, man. We can make some shake.
Yes, I can. I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. And don't ignore Marina Mabrey getting involved because she'll come back later. I don't blame Clark for getting pretty frustrated. Here's Rivers reaching in with her right arm while grabbing Clark's shoulder with her
like they
left
all
hand.
Patrick Bears.
Letting this go, while Clark lets the ref know about it in no uncertain terms. She was still talking to the ref out of the timeout, and this is telling. She clearly isn't buying the ref's reasoning and gives her a fake smile and an okay. The eyebrows are working. She's saying, all right, if that's how it's gonna be, let's get it on. So she gets her hands in the cookie jar on this deal. Obvious foul across the wrist to knock the ball loose while the other hand is getting some contact in as well. But sick eye gaze to the rim to sell the shot and then slip the bounce pass by Mabrey for the layup.
Pass.
The half got more and more physical as they traded cheap shot offensive fouls, and even though the refs are getting these calls perfectly correct, they're slowly losing control.
Oh my God!
As the Fever began to increase their lead in the third.
That was a mean ass
We've
foul.
got to figure out how
what the fuck is the refs doing?
Happened. You can see Sheldon give her a quick jab to the left shoulder. Clark glares at the ref who is standing right there and doesn't call.
Hand checking.
Gestures like WTF, and Sheldon says something back to her as if the clear foul wasn't a foul. Here's where Clark reached her breaking point as Charles goes up for a putback. The refs call a foul on this play. Caitlin is looking all around the court. Sure, they're calling it on somebody else. It cannot possibly be her. She goes to the coaching staff begging them to challenge this.
It's hard to say, but bro, y'all in the WNBA, bro. I will say this once again, bro. If y'all don't want her, we will gladly take her in the NBA. Gladly. We will gladly take Caitlin Clark, bro. She's a fucking sniper, bro. She's a fucking sniper. Y'all not even taking care of y'all brand. She's the brand right now, bro. This is like if they was treating Brian like this. You know how Brian began on foul calls? Caitlin Clark should begin that whistle times 10. I'm damn near gonna be the first one to say it. I damn near think she's more influential to the women's game of basketball than LeBron is. I think that's how insane she is. I think that's how much influence Caitlin Clark has. Because before LeBron, you weren't watching. Everybody was watching NBA. It was Michael Jordan. It was people before him. Before Caitlin Clark, who was really watching WNBA? I'm not shitting on them. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure it was some good players in the WNBA. You got what's her name? Shit, I forget the one girl's name, but she's a dog. You know what I mean? The fact that I can't even name her says a lot. But the fact that Caitlin Clark is now in the league and this is y'all brand and y'all not even giving her a whistle is insane to me. Caitlin Clark, you better start training with SGA, bro. You gonna need that damn whistle because they got you all the way fucked up. All the way.
And sure enough, when we look at both of these replays, you can see Clark doesn't get close to touching her anywhere. So of course, Clark is pissed and is going to take matters into her own hands since she feels the refs aren't treating her fairly. Next play down, she's in attack mode. Sheldon is doing a good job staying in front and holding her legal guarding position. Here's some hip-to-hip contact that could be a blocking foul.
Block.
Again, they let
That's
that
a
go.
blocking foul.
It directly leads to the eye gouge. The whistle blows and all hell breaks loose pretty quickly.
That shit right there pissed me off, bro.
Up to Clark, Mabrey chucks her to the floor, and Clark cannot believe what is going on out here.
Just
and
getting
I don't
bullied.
blame her. First off, the refs needed to be aware this was a situation brewing, and while the trail backs up to get a better view of the play, she needs to be stepping in right away once she blows the whistle on the foul. You ignore signaling to the scorer's table until you're sure there's nothing doing with the players. Now, did Sheldon intentionally get her in the eye? The dribble comes up a little high, so she could be reaching for it.
I think everything afterwards was very intentional, though. You know what I mean?
Force? Maybe. But they've also been going at it all game long. The intensity was there, and if it was a steal attempt, it was so off target that hitting her in the face intentionally has to be on the table, especially because there was no immediate apology or my bad or holding out her arms to let her know it wasn't intentional. It was the opposite. She steps up to Clark, who just wants some space to be in pain by herself, and then Charles swoops in there pointing a finger in Clark's face as if to say, you brought this on yourself. And here comes Mabrey with the absolute cheapest of body shots that sends Clark to the floor. Remember, Jokic hit Markieff Morris when he wasn't looking, and his career was never the same after.
Why is she doing this?
Mabrey with the
Why are you ever doing this? Why is she ever doing this? I don't understand. She's not even worried about you. She's not even looking at you. Why are you doing this? She poked her in the eye. Why are you pushing her? Y'all could break it up. Like Cunningham. Salute to you. Shit. But you ain't gotta. I said in the last video, bro. She damn near like she's about to pull her ponytail, bro. Real shit. Come on, bro. You can't be doing this shit, bro. They can't keep doing this. They can't keep getting away with this, bro. Did somebody get ejected or not? Because I didn't watch the game.
Absolute cheapest of body shots that sends Clark to the floor. Remember, Jokic hit Markieff Morris when he wasn't looking, and his career was never the same afterwards. Is it just me, or does this signify the kind of attitude towards Clark she's been getting ever since she got into the W? The only way we can be sure is if we're at the game up close to observe, which is why you need to download SeatGeek. It's the #1 rated ticketing app for everything from concerts, sporting events, and the theater. I've used them countless times. Their rating system makes
Alright, we gotta skip this ad,
the best
y'all.
value is, and I've got you.
We gotta skip that ad.
It seems like her opponents are so upset with her and jealous that they're willing to do a lot of cheap physical stuff, which is ridiculous. She's the face of the league, a wondrous talent who can do things no one else can. And these kinds of plays from Mabry could easily injure her and send interest and ratings down. I get that when you've got someone this good, using a hard foul to get her out of rhythm can be effective, but this is not that, and the league has got to do something before someone gets seriously hurt. This was made worse because it took them over 5 minutes to decide what the penalties were, and the decisions were ridiculous. They decided to give Tina Charles and Caitlin Clark offsetting technical fouls. I cannot believe Clark would get anything other than free throws for the foul that she endured.
How did she get a fucking technical foul?
But they're looking at a slight push after Sheldon stepped up. All right, whatever. Now they give.
Why was she walking up on her?
Unnecessary contact in Clark's face. That's correct. But then they didn't give her anything for instigating the whole thing. This is ridiculous considering none of this happens without her invading Clark's space in a menacing manner. But it gets worse. Marina Mabry only gets a technical foul for this blindsided cheap shot. Here she is smiling and dancing as she realizes they're not ejecting her from the game. This decision was so bad that the league was forced to upgrade this to a flagrant 2 the next.
Sophie Cunningham has received an additional fine for her role in the on-court scuffle at the end of the game. The league confirmed Indy Star. This is on the top of the standard fine that comes with a flagrant 2. Marina Mabry Tech has also been upgraded to a flagrant 2. This is gonna piss me off. Hey, Cunningham, you the GOAT, bruh. You the GOAT. You the GOAT. You the GOAT.
Next day, which would have been an automatic ejection from the game, and she knew it and was willing to do it anyway. I'd like to tell you that cooler heads prevailed from this point on, and it did get into blowout territory soon after, which led to Clark putting an exclamation point on this game with this deep 3 right in JC's grill, and then has a question for her. You like that? Kudos for not adding.
We need those. Hey, we need those. We need those. We need those. I ain't gonna lie. We could get negative though. You know what I mean? We could get negative and be respectful at the same time. You know what I mean? We could keep it basketball and get negative. Cause I like a little bit of negativity, especially even in the NBA. The NBA be soft as fuck sometimes, but when it get negative, that shit get entertaining. Caitlin Clark, talk your shit. Caitlin Clark she a better person than me, because if I'm Caitlin Clark, I'm talking to let me shut up before I get canceled. I'm talking to all y'all. I'm talking to all y'all crazy as fuck. Y'all can't fuck with me. You know, I'm the best in the league. This is my fucking 2nd year. I'm off an injury, busting your ass. I'm talking so much shit. Y'all can't fuck with me. Simple as that. That's basically what I'm saying to them. Y'all niggas can't fuck with me. Now, don't say niggas, Caitlin Clark, but you get what I'm saying. Y'all be like, y'all hoes can't fuck with me. Say that shit, cause y'all they can't fuck with you. You know what I mean? So we gonna continue the video. I'm done pausing it, bruh. Shit.
More trash back to her, having just lost the matchup and the game in a blowout. You can't guard me. And this reaction looks like Caitlin isn't just telling the Suns
she's firing up the crowd,
but the entire league that she's not going anywhere, so bring it on. But it wasn't over by a long shot. Sophie Cunningham
Straight
steps in
dog,
to steal
bruh.
the pass, and we already know Mabry isn't very coordinated and adds to this role with her right arm, which could have seriously injured Cunningham. So it wasn't surprising that Cunningham had something to say about all this when, in a poetic twist of fate, it ended up being Sheldon, of all players, heading down court after a steal. She sizes her up and just takes the hard foul around the shoulders. Now, we can see Sheldon wants to impart some contact of her own into Cunningham, and that's why the hands end up closer to Sheldon's neck area, but she doesn't fling her to the ground, which is where injuries can happen, and now all hell breaks loose under the basket near the fans, which is never a good thing. Remember, had the refs penalized Sheldon appropriately, this lightning rod wouldn't have been
I'm not saying that foul should have happened, but I mean, it was just a hard foul. She wrapped her, she fell. You know what I mean? I guess you could say it was intentional, but I mean, at least she had reasoning behind her shit. Y'all been beating her best player's ass all game. Y'all been bullying her. I mean, shit, if I was her, I'd probably, bruh. If I was her, I'd probably speared your ass out the air. Your ass wouldn't have been able to bump me. So she did better than what I'd have did. Cause I mean, for fuck's sakes, y'all bitching if y'all bitching our best player, come on, bruh. That's just like, my nigga, that's literally like when Steph be getting into altercations. Here go Draymond Green. Y'all can't expect nothing to happen. Y'all can't expect Draymond not to say nothing. Draymond gonna wrap your ass up. I'm not saying Cunningham a dirty player. I think Cunningham the GOAT. Shout out to you, cause you taking that fine, and Caitlin probably paid for the shit. But you stand up for your teammate, which not a lot of players on the team is doing, and I respect you for that.
in the game because there would have been an ejection. If you're surprised that Cunningham was so willing to mix it up like this, don't be. She played football in high school, so she's no stranger to this sort of thing, and I applaud her for making a statement on behalf of the team.
She played football?
But in all honesty,
she's the GOAT! She's the GOAT! Hey, bro, she's the GOAT. She's the fucking GOAT. She played football. She probably beat some ass, boy. She don't even better get your goofy ass on, bruh. Damn. Nah, I ain't gonna holler on Sheldon. I mean, she was playing like a Hall of Fame school level threat, but I mean, I ain't gonna talk shit about her because I don't know who she is as a person. But going based on this video, she was on some bullshit. But that's crazy.
The league should simply play the game the right way and not get involved in petty shenanigans that risk injuring the best player and biggest draw. But
exactly, that's the franchise player. That's gonna do it for this video, though. But, bruh, we WNBA fans, bro. We gotta do something, bro. I'm a new fan. You know, me making these videos, obviously, I'm trying to like get them out there and let people know, like, especially with this matter, it's like, come on, y'all gotta take care of y'all best player, bro. That's y'all brand right there. Because if Caitlin Clark get injured, bro, if y'all don't put me on, if y'all right here in the comment section, if y'all don't put me on to a new player, I'm done watching this shit. I'm not gonna lie, because Caitlin Clark, it's like watching Steph Curry. Literally. She's that good. That's gonna do it for this video, man. If y'all did enjoy this video, please leave a like. We're on the road to 500 subs. We're very close. It really helps out with the channel when you guys like and sub. And comment down below. What do y'all think they should do? What rules y'all think they should enforce? And do y'all have a problem with how the refs are officiating things? And do y'all think this shit is intentional as well? Because I think a lot of shit be intentional, but like I don't know why the league let this shit like pass if that's y'all best player. Like I said, she don't get no type of Brian treatment. She don't get no treatment. That's gonna do it for this video. I love y'all boys and girls, and until next time, peace.